Before we start, just a quick reminder to hit that subscribe button. Only 2% are subscribed. At 1,000 subscribers, I'll be posting a special video. I yank the tablet mid-level, screen still flashing. Noah jerks back and clips my wrist. The game squeals through the speakers, then dies. My pulse spikes as his eyes harden. I'm Alex Marin, 36. I grip the tablet like it could bite. No more tonight, I hear myself say. The next second already feels dangerous. Noah lunges for the router shelf. I block with my forearm and step through. Homework first, then screen, I push out. He scowls and reaches again, faster this time. A plastic cable snaps against the wall. He flinches at the sound and freezes. Myra watches from the hall, knuckles white. Everything tilts toward a worse choice. Give it back, his voice hits low. I tuck the tablet under my elbow. Clock ran out, I say, breath tight. He kicks the cabinet door and glares. Lena steps in, hair damp, eyes razor steady. We talked about easing them off, she says. Not ambushing, her hand flicks toward Noah. Heat climbs my neck, familiar and stupid. Noah fires a look at both of us. I'm on level 90 and the save failed. He reaches for the power strip switch. I plant my foot over it hard. Do your spelling now, words land like stones. He laughs once and it cuts. You just hate fun, his shoulders rise. Lena exhales and the room holds its breath. I move the tablet behind me. Timer means timer, we agreed last night. We argued last night, Lena fires back. Old air returns, stale and loaded. Mara edges closer and tugs my sleeve. I still need glue for my project. The word glue jolts me toward the drawer. I stop myself because I remember the trap. Noah sees the hesitation and bolts right. He's trying to circle my hip and snatch. I pivot and he skids on the rug. His palm smacks the floor and shakes. Enough, it comes sharper than planned. His eyes shine, but he doesn't blink. I crouch and hold the tablet out flat. You choose homework or timer reset. He stares at the glass like it owes him. Reset, the word lands without thinking. The urge to cave sours my tongue. I keep the screen dark on purpose. Lena folds her arms and reads the moment. We start with 10 minutes of spelling, she says. Then a break, then finish, she steps closer. I nod once because the wall moved. Noah drags his backpack open and grumbles. He pulls a crumpled sheet and a pencil. He writes wrong on the first line. He looks up and dares me to react. I point to the second word and wait. He mutters and erases with quick, angry strokes. The letters settle into the right shape. My shoulders drop half an inch, only half. Timer after this row, I say evenly. 5 minutes, he tries, eyes narrow. 3, I hold up fingers like stakes. He nods without looking, which is a win. Mara taps her project board against her leg. We need glue before bedtime, she reminds me. The store closes early on Mondays, always does. The clock on the microwave hisses louder. Noah finishes the row and sets the pencil down. Timer now, he opens his palm toward me. I glance at Lena and she doesn't move. I tap 3 minutes on the kitchen timer. I unlock the tablet and open his game. The character respawns on a cliff edge. He stands rigid as the timer begins. I feel the cliff inside my chest. He plays clean, no whining, no stalling. The countdown bleeps at 30 seconds. His jaw tenses, but he keeps moving. Lena watches the digits like a jury. Beep, he lowers the tablet without a scene. I take it and lock it down hard. Spell the second list, I say quietly. He nods and flips the sheet over. Mara hands me a folded flyer from school. Family tech contract night Thursday, she reads. Lena's eyebrow lifts like a challenge flag. I fold the paper and feel the tremor. Noah scribbles faster and steadier than before. He corrects 2 slips without prompting. I loosen my grip on the tablet's edge. I don't loosen my guard, not yet. Lena touches my elbow and speaks soft. We can try that contract night, she says. Together, the word lands with weight and hope. I can already hear the pushback coming. Noah finishes the list and pushes the page over. I check without making a show of it. Good break for water, then reading. His mouth twitches, almost a truce. He heads for the sink, shoulders lower. Mara finally relaxes and leans on me. The tablet sits like a live wire. I keep it close because the night isn't over. My phone vibrates twice, urgent notice from the school portal. New assignment posted with a countdown timer. Submission only through a specific reading app. My chest tightens as the rule collides with the clock. Noah, bring your homework folder now. He strides in and drops it on the table. I open the portal and see the app requirement. The due time ticks down like a dare. We do it on paper, I try. Portal rejects photos, he mutters with a shrug. Lena lines in and scans the message. Her jaw sets, decision time already pinned us. We can tether for 15, she offers quietly. I stare at the router like it's bait. My no screens line wobbles under my feet. I picture last night's truce shattering on impact. Fine, strictly the app, nothing else. Noah lifts his eyebrows, surprised by the window. I open the hotspot and place it face down. 3 breaths later, the app pings alive. He logs in and freezes at a login error. He taps again with quick, frustrated motions. Password expired, he groans, eyes flaring. Lena points at the reset button like a metronome. I type the reset code and miss once. Try again, green check arrives with a sting. Noah enters the passage and the timer starts. He reads aloud because the app forces pace. Mara holds the flyer from earlier Thursday night. She tilts it toward me like a reminder. I nod but keep the hotspot in view. I can feel the lines sliding already. Noah reaches the quiz page and hesitates. He taps the first answer too fast. The app flashes a warning and subtracts points. His shoulders rise, anger brewing under control. Slow down, I murmur without touching him. He breathes once and adjusts in tiny steps. 2 more questions lock in correctly. The timer crawls but refuses to stop. A pop-up offers bonus tokens for another activity. Noah flicks a glance toward me and waits. I shake my head and point back to submit. He detonates the pop-up with a hard tap. Submission wheel spins and spins, then fails. My stomach drops as the screen blinks retry. Lena exhales through her nose and rubs temples. Signal dipped, try again now. Noah hits submit again and stares laser straight. I hold the hotspot steady like a detonator. The wheel completes and the confirmation chime hits. Relief lands thin, this victory already feels fragile. He reaches for a different icon, habit, not plan. I flip the hotspot off before the next load. Window S closed, I remind with a calm edge. He snorts and looks away but doesn't argue. Mara holds out the project sheet for signatures. Parent initials required under nightly reading. I sign and slide it back to her. Her smile flickers, then she tucks it away. Lena watches me like I'm standing on ice. This can work if we stay precise. I nod but hear the honk from Sunday. The sound lives under every compromise now. Noah asks for chess during the short break. I glance at the time and agree. We set pieces fast and start without chatter. He opens aggressive and hunts early trades. I counter with a sharp fork that stuns him. He bites his lip and recalibrates the board. We trade down to 6 pieces and tension holds. He moves a knight, Klein, patient, controlled. The kettle clicks and breaks, focus for a beat. Noah capitalizes and traps my rook. He glances up, then looks down again. He wants the win but tests my reaction. Nice trap, I admit with a quick nod. He hides a smirk and aims for mate. I scrape a draw with perpetual checks. We fist bump, truce intact, steam still rising. Lena sets out the reading schedule card. Same plan tomorrow, assignment only, nothing extra. Noah shrugs but doesn't push for more. The quiet feels earned, not gifted. I power down the hotspot and lock it away. The silence after the click feels decisive. Mara lifts the flyer again and taps Thursday. We all understand the next fight is public. Noah darts past me and grabs the headset. He slips it on before I can blink. A menu whooshes and he lifts his hands. The room tilts toward trouble and I feel it. 2 minutes, I warn with a palm up. He waves me off and starts slashing air. Lena shoots me a look that says choose. I hold position and track his feet. Kids crowd close and chant for the next turn. Mara edges back and hooks my sleeve. Careful, she whispers, eyes on a low stool. Noah spins left and clips it hard. He stumbles and pinwheels for balance. I lunge and steady his shoulders fast. Pause, I bark and tap the headset gently. He jerks free and resets the game. Another parent laughs and raises a soda. It's fine, hours play for hours, he grins. My jaw tightens, but I keep my voice flat. We agreed on limits, today stays short. Noah hears limits and pushes harder. He reaches the boss level and darts forward. A coffee table blocks his path like a trap. He vaults it blind and lands off center. I catch one elbow and keep him upright. Time, I announce and ready the power. Let me finish, he protests, breath running. He chops at invisible enemies that never end. Lena steps in and counts down aloud. 3, 2, 1, her finger hovers over power. Noah rips the headset off and pants. His hair stands wild and his eyes flash. Everyone else gets 10, he fires at me. We do too, he wipes sweat with a sleeve. I hold out my hand for the device. Kids murmur and the circle tightens around us. Next, a boy calls, bouncing with impatience. Noah's fingers cling like the plastic is fate. You promised chess later, I remind gently. He hesitates and looseness spreads through his grip. I slide the headset away and lock it. He steps back and crosses both arms tight. Lena nods toward the open yard. Air brake, her voice has a firm edge. We walk outside and the noise trails behind. Noah toe kicks gravel and refuses eye contact. 2 minutes was a joke, he mutters. It worked, I counter, and hate how small that sounds. Mara points at a group racing across chalk lines. Join them, she urges, bouncing once. Noah watches, tempted but stubborn. He shrugs and stays planted in place. A kid runs over holding the headset cable. Your turn again if you want, he beams. Noah's posture shifts toward yes like a magnet. I step between and shake my head once. Play tag or help with cake, I offer. Screens are done for us here. The other kid blinks and drifts back. Noah's nostrils flare and something folds inside me. Lena sets a hand on my shoulder. Compromise, she mouths, eyes steady. 5 more under watch, she looks toward the door. I stare at Noah and weigh the cost. If you return it on 1 beep, I say. He nods too fast and bolts inside. Mara groans but follows with a wary look. I know I just traded chips I'll need later. We stand behind him as he reboots the game. Only the current fight, I instruct clearly. He focuses and keeps his feet planted. I count silent numbers and plan the cut. The headset starts vibrating with bonus prompts. A glowing offer dangles across his view. He pauses and flicks his wrist toward accept. I clap once and he snaps back to center. Finish the boss, then stop, my tone slices. He breathes slow and tightens his stance. The creature vanishes and the score explodes. I hit power as the cheer rises. Noah pulls the headset off and hands it over. His chest moves fast but his face relaxes. Now tag, I push, not pleading. He glances at the yard and nods once. They sprint with the group and weave through cones. Mara tags him and darts away laughing. He chases and forgets the virtual world. Lena squeezes my hand and releases it quickly. Another father sidles up with a smirk. You police everything must be exhausting. I answer without heat because I am learning. Only what steals my kid, he looks away. The cake song begins and the devices dim. Noah lines up and chants with the others. I pass plates and track his eyes. He stays present and I let breath out. On the way out, the host offers party favors. Small boxes wrapped and suspiciously heavy. Noah reaches out as instinct kicks in. I peek inside and see a gift card code. Thanks, we're good, I deflect with a smile. Noah freezes and reads my face. Trade it for soccer balls, I suggest quickly. The host shrugs and brings out a different bag. Noah takes the alternate prize and pockets it. He glances back at the headset station once. Then he looks at Mara and races her to the car. The sprint feels like a narrow bridge we crossed. Lena walks beside me without speaking. We both know Thursday sits on the calendar. Tonight gave us a win and a warning. The next room will not be friendly. The side gate bangs once, then silence. Hooks hang empty by the door. I scan the hallway and miss his footsteps. My mouth goes dry because he's already outside. Mara with me, I grab my keys. She nods and points toward the sidewalk. A small figure cuts across the corner fast. He's heading for Ben's place, no pause. I jog and call his name once. He doesn't turn or slow his pace. A delivery van rolls toward the crosswalk. Noah breaks into a sprint without looking. I launch forward and wave both arms. The driver stamps the brake and swears. Rubber scrapes the asphalt and time stretches. Noah stumbles, then regains balance by luck. I reach him and catch his sleeve. He twists hard and yanks free. I just need the reading thing. We stand inside the crosswalk traffic building. Back to the curb now, I guide him. He plants his heels and refuses movement. Mara hovers behind me, breathing quick. Neighbors lift their blinds like it's a show. I step sideways to block his path. Ben has the app 5 minutes. His eyes plead and challenge at once. The van idles and driver watches us. Walk with me or we go home. He stares past me toward the porch. Teacher docked me yesterday. The words hit me like gravel. A porch light clicks on across the street. Ben's mother waves with cautious eyes. What's going on out there? I answer with a tight gesture, stay. Noah will fix this without running. He swallows and glances at Mara. She folds her arms and waits. He looks back at the porch and trembles. 3 minutes at their table, I offer. No game, no extras, then home. His shoulders loosen just enough to move. I feel the risk hasn't left us. We reach the opposite curb together. The van crawls by and the driver glares. Ben opens the door with loud enthusiasm. Noah edges forward like he earned it. Kitchen only, I tell the room. Ben's mother nods and sets a boundary. Homework only, then out. She holds the doorway like a guard. Noah logs in and stares at the prompt. The timer in the corner starts counting down. He reads in bursts, lips barely moving. Ben leans over and tries to whisper. I tap the tabletop and shake my head. Ben straightens and drifts back to the hall. Noah stays focused through the first passage. My lungs finally release some pressure. Pop-ups push extra activities across the screen. He flicks them away without waiting. Good sign he wants completion more than prizes. The clock strips seconds with a steady pulse. Submit now, I urge under my breath. He hits the check mark and watches it spin. The wheel turns once, then quits on error. His jaw locks and his hands clench. Again, he resets and taps carefully. The bar fills halfway, then stalls. Ben's mother raises an eyebrow at the lag. I count backward and prepare for refusal. The submit finally clears and a badge appears. He exhales like he's been underwater. I nod toward the exit with a small smile. Pack it up, we're done. Please, one quick round with Ben. He gestures toward the living room. Ben reappears with hopeful eyes. I hold up a hand and stop that drift. Tomorrow after school with permission. My voice carries enough certainty to land. Ben shrugs and gives a tiny salute. Noah scuffs his shoe and looks crushed. We thank them and step back outside. Air bites after the heated room. Noah walks stiff, angry, embarrassed. I match his pace and bite my tongue. At the corner, he breaks into words. You treat me like I'm weak. I stop walking and face him square. You ran through traffic for an app. He flinches. Truth hurts more than rules. Mara stands between us like a referee. We need you alive, she whispers. Noah kicks a rock and turns away. Consequences at home still stand. I keep my tone even and steady. You finished the assignment, that's good. We still address the stunt you pulled. He winces and nods without looking. I thought you'd say no forever. The word forever echoes down the block. I hate that it sounds familiar. We reach our driveway without another scene. The gate creaks and the moment resets. Inside, Lena waits with crossed arms. I brace for impact and walk in. Noah left in the middle of chores. Her voice stays controlled but sharp. He completed the assignment at Ben's. I add the part that matters next. He also nearly got clipped at the crosswalk. Noah's cheeks color and he stares down. Mara nods to confirm the near miss. Lena's shoulders drop, then harden again. Phones stay docked for the night. Lena points at the charging drawer. Noah drags his feet but complies. He glances up once, waiting on me. Tomorrow we speak to the teacher. I keep eye contact until he blinks. We need a paper option for reading. Lena locks onto that and agrees. Noah whispers through his teeth. If she says no, what then? I hear the test in the question. I hear the vans break in my memory. We push for a workaround that keeps you safe. I refuse to leave it fuzzy again. He accepts the answer without liking it. He walks to his room and shuts the door. Mara leans against me and exhales slowly. You ran fast, she murmurs with pride. Pride mixes with fear and wins nothing. I squeeze her shoulder and listen for footsteps. The house quiets, but my nerves don't. I replay the sprint and the stop. One careless impulse changed the whole evening. Another might change far more tomorrow. The office door clicks shut. Ms. Hart gestures to the chairs. She opens a policy page and taps the highlighted line. Device first literacy, she says, eyes steady on me. I lay a stapled packet on the desk and wait. That's Noah's work from last night, I say. Printed text, notes in the margins, focus held. She studies the pages and drums a finger once. We can bend process, but it costs something. What's the cost? I ask without sitting back. Badges, live metrics, some auto feedback, she answers. If we try a paper lane, grading slows. I feel Noah's shoulders tense beside me. Lena leans forward and folds her hands tightly. We're asking for a path that doesn't trigger sprints. Ms. Hart watches Noah instead of us now. Would you use print if we offer it? Noah keeps his gaze fixed on the planner. As long as I can turn it in, he says. No extra tokens, just the score recorded. His voice holds, but his jaw twitches. Ms. Hart nods once and opens a spreadsheet. A 1-week trial, paper readings, short quizzes here. School network only, no home logins required. Relief lands then shifts because rules carry edges. The door eases open and the tech coach steps in. He stands by the file cabinet and Lee stands briefly. We can whitelist quizzes to classroom devices, he says. No pop-ups, no game tie-ins, cleaner flow. That solves the grab problem, I answer. It cuts the bait that derails everything. The coach shrugs, neutral and professional. It lowers engagement for some kids, measure carefully. Ms. Hart prints a form and slides it over. Parent signatures, student initials, we meet Friday. Lena signs crisp and calm with no flourish. Noah writes his initials and keeps his hands still. One more thing, Ms. Hart adds with a glance up. State reading practice happens on tablets next month. We can't avoid that session, it's mandated. The word mandated lands like a timeline with teeth. I breathe once and nod without flinching. Then we train here with supervision, not at home. Noah steals a look at me and swallows hard. He understands what that arrangement means. We step into the corridor and the bell erupts. Students surge past with earbuds and quick steps. Lena touches my elbow and tilts her head. We got room to move, use it wisely. At home, we clear space on the bulletin board. 3 lines become the new structure for nights. Assignments first on paper, then board games or outside. Portal access only at school, no exceptions, no shortcuts. Noah studies the list and raises a finger. Weekends, he pushes, testing the edges gently. 2 blocks, I counter, firm but not punishing. Friends present, adult nearby, single game only. He negotiates for a tiny trade after chores. Earn minutes for helping with dinner, he suggests. Lena weighs it, then nods with a small smile. Fine, clear sink, 1 block, timer visible. Mara brings markers and asks to sign too. She writes her name below the rules and beams. Board game after homework, no screens during stories. Her tone turns our plan into something livable. First trial arrives faster than any of us want. Noah opens the packet and starts without prompting. He circles tough sections and underlines tricky words. I keep quiet and count breath instead of seconds. Halfway through, he pauses and presses his temples. Break, he asks, voice even, eyes still on text. Stretch and water, 2 minutes, I answer. He walks a loop and returns, focused again. He finishes the last question and pushes the packet over. Check or leave it, he murmurs, eyes on the clock. Looks solid, I say, tracing a neat correction. He nods once and drifts toward the living room. Game time, he prompts, testing for loopholes again. I point to the board on the table and grin. Checkers, 3 rounds, winner clears plates. He grins back and sets the pieces with purpose. We play fast and quiet, no gloating, no sulking. He traps me twice and laughs under his breath. 3rd round goes to me by a hair. He accepts the result and stacks the discs. Night routine locks in like a practice drill. Phones in the drawer, chargers click, voices lower. Noah lingers in the doorway and watches the kitchen. Thanks for the school plan, he says, almost whispering. I catch the almost and hold it lightly. We fight the habit, not you, I answer. He nods and looks less cornered than yesterday. A step forward, small, real, earned. Before lights out, my screen buzzes with a reminder. Family Tech Contract Night, Thursday, Auditorium 7. I silence the alert and meet Lena's eyes. The big debate is next, and we will walk in ready. I grip the microphone while the room rumbles. A father waves a tablet like a banner. More screen time builds skills, he blasts chin high. I feel Noah's eyes on my back, waiting. We want skills without meltdowns, I answer, steady. School devices for assignments, paper where possible, home boundaries posted. Murmurs split the rows and shoes scrape. Ms. Hart lifts a hand for calm that doesn't come. The tech coach rolls in a cart and nods. Live trial, he offers, voice clipped and neutral. Reading app filtered mode, 0 extras. He points to 2 seats near the aisle, volunteers. Noah steps forward before I can stop him. A taller boy joins with a cocky grin. Headsets stay away, only the basic tablets tonight. I swallow the urge to pull Noah back. 3 minutes passage and quiz, submit, the coach states. The countdown starts and both screens unlock. Noah reads in quick bursts, jaw loose. The other kid taps wildly and chases points. A shiny prompt flashes for bonus content. Noah glances at me, then freezes his thumb. He dismisses it with a small, precise swipe. The other kid accepts and gets stuck in loops. 1 minute left and the coach raises fingers. Noah finishes the quiz and hits send. His screen confirms and stays quiet, no confetti, no bait. He exhales once, then steps back from the table. The other kid mashes exit and looks panicked. Lost my answers, he mutters, cheeks burning. His parent shoots me a glare like it's personal. I hold it and let the moment teach. Ms. Hart returns to the front wit. Age clipped steps. Families choose contracts tonight, 2 paths. Device limited with print support or default digital. Either way, school practice stays supervised. A mother near the back shakes her head. You're policing childhood, she snaps, arms folded. Lena stands without ceremony and faces her. We're protecting bedtime and sanity, different goal. I sign the contract where the lines demand it. Lena signs beside me with a firm stroke. Know her initials and avoids everyone's eyes. My hand stops shaking and starts planning. During open questions, a hand shoots up fast. Do we punish scores that drop? Someone calls. No, Ms. Hart answers, tone sharp as a ruler. We fix inputs and track focus, not shame. The coach logs Noah's session on a clipboard. Klein run under the filter, he notes efficiently. Same tomorrow before lunch, we collect baseline. Noah nods and pockets his hands like they might misbehave. We file into the hallway and the noise fades. Noah touches my sleeve and looks curious. Can I check game news for 2 minutes? He asks. The words are careful, but the spark is real. Walk instead, tell me 3 good moves from checkers, I counter. He thinks, then lists them with crisp detail. We pass the vending machines and keep walking. His pace evens out and mine follows. Outside, a classmate waves a phone and grins. New update dropped, look, he urges Noah. Noah lifts a hand, then lowers it slowly. Later, he says, and the word surprises me. At home, the drawer opens and devices click in. Noah lingers with his tablet hovering over the slot. He sets it down without prompting and slides the drawer shut. I hear the faint thud like a decision hardening. Mara thumps a soccer ball against her shin. Backyard 10 passes before stories, she declares. Noah joins and counts aloud, focused and light. I watch for the flinch that never comes. After showers, the kitchen clock ticks loud on purpose. Noah reads from paper while Lena pours tea. He stumbles on a word and corrects himself quickly. He doesn't ask for a screen to check it. I jot tomorrow's steps on the board, short, plain. Classroom quiz, outside play, family game. Noah adds a box for breathing space between tasks. He draws it in bold and taps it twice. Before lights out, my phone buzzes twice. A message from his heart with the schedule. Practice sessions listed, dates tight, expectations clear. I reply with a simple confirmed and put it away. Noah stands at his doorway and watches me. Are we done being at war? He asks quietly. We're building rules that don't fight us, I answer. He nods once and disappears into his room. I stay in the hall and listen for sneaky taps. Nothing stirs, only the steady rhythm of a house learning. I carry the router key to the safe spot anyway. I still trust my kid more than the feed all night.